Daily Mail. Statement announcing Jeffrey Epstein's death emerges from files, but it's dated a day before he killed himself. I have questions. So here's the press release. It says, for immediate release, Friday, August 9th, 2019. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Jeffrey S. Berman said early this morning, Manhattan Correctional Center confirmed that Jeffrey Epstein, who faced charges brought by this office of engaging in sex trafficking of minors, has been found unresponsive in a cell and pronounced dead shortly after. Okay, I have a lot of questions. Now, the simple solution as to how they got the date wrong, because it was actually on the 10th they found him dead, is a typo, right? So here's the issue. Press releases like this are done very quickly because a guy died and the news is breaking. You want your official statement out, which means whoever wrote it had to have known what day it was to type out Friday, August 9th, 2019. I doubt if you showed up for work on a Saturday, you went, is today Friday? You know, is today actually yesterday? Can I get the day? Like, it's one thing to get the number wrong. That I can understand. But to get the day wrong, I find strange. And I don't think it makes sense that this was made later on, backdated accidentally, because there's no reason to put out a press release days later. Perhaps maybe no one was in the office and then Monday they said, let's put out a press release announcing his death. Kind of doesn't make sense because literally everyone on the planet knew that he died. So how do they accidentally make a press release the day before he dies or dated the day before he dies?
We might need to get Massey on this one.
Then there's that in the FBI files release, the DOJ was FBI pursuing an individual who posted to 4chan, I think 15 minutes or so before it was publicly announced Epstein was dead, that he works there and believed they swapped him out. They said a vehicle came in. It's very strange. I think they swapped him. So they subpoenaed the records, and we don't have definitive confirmation, but in the files that were released, there is reference to a MCC security guard. And so many people drew the conclusion that the subpoenas led them to the bank accounts of this man, though the information is all redacted. It does seem to be that the FBI found a security guard who worked there before the announcement of his death, posted to 4chan that he was swapped out. And now a press release gets released in the files that's a day before he actually died, with questions of how that possibly happens. And could Epstein still be alive?
He's in Israel. I saw pictures.
He's trying to destroy Israel, actually. No.
What do you mean?
I think, I don't know. He hasn't been good for the state. And if you read some of his emails, he's bitching about Israel. He said he didn't want to go to Israel. He didn't want to spend time there. He was bitching about the Jews and the Goyim, to be fair. But he was just complaining about everybody.
Why would they put through all the effort to rescue him if he knows all this dirt that they don't want to get out? It would be a lot easier just to kill him.
Well, you don't know that he was rescued.
Well, then how else who would have gotten him out? I mean,
no. Hold on.
Well, not rescue.
Implies they're helping him.
Well,
if you're Bill Gates and he wrote an email saying he wants $30 million because you gave 2 Russians STDs and gave it to your wife, you might be like, I would like to do something harmful to this individual, perhaps. Right?
Yeah.
So maybe he's not being rescued. Maybe he was trapped in a box. He couldn't escape with no resources. And one of the people that he wronged said, I'm going to make sure he understands what he did. You don't know. So, okay, fair point. Maybe he's not alive. They killed him somewhere else.
But how would they find these images of him walking around? He apparently got out of the box.
That's AI.
Oh,
the images of him.
I'm aware.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We're saying theoretical if those images were real.
Well, there's a 1,000,001 reasons why they could have swapped him out. I mean, he was an asset for intelligence agencies, perhaps, and they got him out. That's it. Or he has a dead man switch. And he said, if I die, these files automatically get released to 50 different publications.
I mean, I don't know, but the most fun is that he was actually working for Israel, and now he's living in Israel.
Yeah,
it's the most.
He's got some plastic surgery, and
I don't know.
Look, if he didn't work for Israel,
he grew long
it's a
hair.
boring
There's
story.
Pictures of him.
It's a boring story.
Yes, okay, but
it has to be Israel.
Let's just. I get the joke, but there's no pictures of him in Israel.
There's a picture of a guy that looks.
No, there isn't. That's an AI image.
Oh, it's an AI. Okay.
Yes. Someone AI generated an image of Epstein with long hair in Israel. It's got an AI watermark on it. It was a gag, and then people kept saying they screenshot it and they kept reposting it over and over again.
I can't believe people would do that.
The internet.
It's the fun one.
But if they had the resources to, it is still a risky operation to go into a prison and kill him. If it's even riskier to then take him out to a resort vacation and wherever he is now. So If they did actually have the operation to kill him, they would have just killed him, not extracted him. It makes it a more interesting story if he's out there. He could,
but
explain
but again, I mean, that's way too assumptive. We don't know what he was doing, why he was doing it. Yeah. We have a general idea based on all these files of certain things he was doing. But if he's part of a network of elite pedos that are all friends with each other, maybe they rescued him. If he was a blackmailer, maybe someone he blackmailed wanted to kill him. If he was an intelligence asset, maybe they needed something he knew. If he is an extortionist, maybe he has a dead man switch and they had to save him, otherwise he would destroy their lives. There's 150 different reasons you could come up with as to why someone would want to get Epstein out of prison.
One of the more fascinating parts, I think, of the Epstein files, beyond who was in it, is who was missing. Fascinatingly enough, it was the neocons who are missing from all these files. You know who's not in the files, the Epstein files? John Bolton's not in the Epstein files. George Bush Jr. or Sr., not in the Epstein files. Dick Cheney, not in the Epstein files.
John Bolton's not?
Not in the Epstein files. No. Bibi Netanyahu, not in the Epstein files. Who is in the Epstein files, though, and who's had extensive correspondence with him? Noam Chomsky.
I think John Bolton does appear quite a bit.
John Bolton's in the files? Oh, it's over for mustache.
Yes, but we had to clarify.
His name being referenced, not him.
John Bolton appearing in them does not mean that John Bolton was friends with or doing anything with Epstein. It could just mean that they either talked about him or to him or something.
These people weren't the people corresponding with him, but who was? People that we don't like to talk about. Noam Chomsky, I don't know why he gets a pass. He's on the plane with Epstein. I don't know why. Also, Steve Bannon gets a huge pass.
As we mentioned in our last meeting before our usual winter break, we are resuming. This is from an email to Jeffrey Epstein. We'll be hosting luncheons at the Four Seasons restaurant to bring you to the same level of our world leaders. Anticipated for the event are briefings by John Bolton, R. James Woolsey, Charles Krauthammer. I don't know how to pronounce it. We know him. Yeah, Krauthammer. Elie Wiesel, Karl Rove, Ehud Barak, Art Laffer, Michael Lewis, Andrew Roberts, Mark Stein, Douglas Murray, Geert Wilders, Theodore Dalrymple, David Goldman, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is an email directly from a woman named Nina Rosenwald to Jeffrey Epstein. I don't see a BCC on it. It's probably it was a generic invite because she said, "Dear friends," but they were inviting Jeffrey Epstein to come to a private luncheon. Is that what it is?
Noam Chomsky is on the plane. Steve Bannon is making documentaries and has real extensive connections too. So I think there's
Noam Chomsky is the best one that dropped out of all of this. The hippie communist lefty hero emailing Epstein, "I fantasize about your island."
They're still defending him too.
Oh, of course.
That's so fascinating. And you know, Noam Chomsky hated Israel. So I mean, it's obviously
well, just fantasize about the island on an abstract philosophical level.
Let's search.
Who was that scientist too? With I'm gonna
Elaad.
Stephen Hawking.
Elaad, how do I spell your last name?
Eliyahu, Eliahu.
Eliahu. Okay. And your first name is
Elaad.
2 A's, right?
1 A when I'm trying to be secretive, though.
You do not appear in Epstein's emails. Okay.
I mean, I feel like that kind of just means I'm irrelevant. Relevant people were in these files. I feel like it's important to say famous and influential people were the people who he was trying to interact with and ingratiate himself with.
Oh, guess which band appears in the Epstein files?
All that remains? All?
Oh, the phrase "all that remains."
No.
Filibonti?
So it's actually pretty hilarious. I want to be careful about pulling up the Epstein files because you never know what's going to pop up. But quite literally, the phrase. So all that. This is from Valeria Chomsky. "You have already offered your concurrence, so all that remains is from Max and Deborah." But hold on. What is that? What is that, Phil? What is that? Is that you in the Epstein files?
Where?
The top one.
It's a Chomsky's talking about you too.
No. The top email. What is that one?
Chomsky and his wife.
From his wife.
Jeffrey Epstein's.
Really interesting.
Hold on. This is great. Yeah. Jeffrey Epstein got a Spotify newsletter recommendation for All That Remains.
That's right. All that remains officially in the Epstein.
I think a big part of this speaks to how there's so many unreliable narrators when it comes to the Epstein files. People are desperately trying to tar and feather one another. But like, for example, on the left, they still praise Noam Chomsky despite being in the Epstein files. And these same people will still call Trump, I don't want to use the words on air, but he'll still call the president, allege a ton of stuff with the president when he doesn't really have correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein. But when their hero, Noam Chomsky, has extensive correspondence, they won't give him the same treatment.
A War You Cannot Win is the record we released in 2012.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Totally unreliable narrators just looking to tar and feather their political.
I can't hear you because Elaad is.
Spotify picks Born to Die, a bonus track, and then it says A War You Cannot
Win. Right.
That's actually our record. That's the record that came out in 2012.
Do you think you think Jeffrey Epstein ever listened to All That Remains?
I hope not.
Well,
I really hope not.
But let's be real. Like your songs are getting. I don't know how many. I don't know what you're allowed to say in terms of your.
Dozens of millions a year.
But I just mean platinum, gold.
Yeah, platinum.
Like, come on, dude. The dude had a radio. You know what I mean? Of course he heard your music.
That record has a platinum track on it, so.
Yeah. Spotify recommendation. So this is.
Damn, you're in there.
Well, I mean, the band is, yeah. Spotify.
Who else should we search for?
Recommended, yeah.
Yourself.
I already did.
Oh, and you're
I'm
not.
I have no relevance. Oh wait, what's this? Oh wait. There's a typo. Oh, look at this. Holy. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, Tim Pool breaking news.
No. Look at this. An email July 9th, 2025, last year, from no one to no one. This is weird. It doesn't say to Jeffrey Epstein, but we're assuming it's in his emails. And
it was about your episode with Bongino?
Is this it? Oh, it was an episode we were talking about him. Conservative influencers from Laura Loomer to Elon Musk have criticized AG Bondi. And look at this, Tim. Look at this. During a 2023 appearance on right-wing podcaster Tim Pool's IRL, alleging an unnamed Fox reporter shared the information with him. Wait, hold on. Deputy Director Bongino also proliferated the conspiracy theory that Epstein is an intelligence asset for people in the Middle East during a 2023 appearance on right-wing podcaster Tim Pool's IRL. So this, I think, from the Washington, it's from some news outlet. I don't know.
I think it's a roundup that they did within the FBI.
Also, this email is from well after he's dead. But what's this? This is from September 19, 2013. It says, please send Rich these billings. I do not have the Tim equals pool pack, ? Bolts. These are important. I don't know what that means.
Smoking on that Tim Pool pack.
So what I think it is, you'll notice if you go through his emails, he uses equal signs randomly all the time for some weird reason. Have you been, yeah. So there's a meme where it said Jeffrey Epstein's keyboard, and it's a keyboard where every other button is an equal sign. Because he does this. I think what he was putting is, please send these billings, I don't have the time. And then pool, pack, and bolts were billings or something. But look at that. There you go. Tim equals pool.
It's official.
I had a feeling. I had a bad
Who else should we try and search for in the Epstein files?
I don't know. Will Smith? Was he implicated?
Yeah, but he's so famous that, of course
he's there.
Yeah, Robert De Niro. Oh, Robert De Niro. Wait, hold on. Dear Jeffrey, I not only dreamt about Woody and Soon Yi last night, but this morning, I am not kidding, ate the first plums of the season for breakfast. My online course is going strong.
Ooh.
We are assembling a slate of little cameos on poetry, going for various actors we know. John Lithgow. Oh, okay. Larry wants me to go for living presidents. I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox. I could bring a camera person to New York, blah, blah, blah. Could you advise? And he responded, he'll do it when he gets back. What else do we got? There's a lot of... Oh, wait, what is this? Are these gas engines? I would recommend having
Can you do
Will
Steve
Smith.
Bannon?
But this is going to come up like crazy.
I just want to
take forever.
See.
Yeah, you're going to get
Okay.
Bro, you've got emails from Steve Bannon.
Scroll up and down. So this is really, extensive.
Yep. I mean, Bannon emailed Epstein like crazy.
Yeah.
And this is back in when? 2018?
2018.
So this was after he was convicted.
Well after.
Well after. And after, I feel like this was after your podcast, maybe even with Bongino talking about.
No, 2018. Timcast IRL did not exist.
Never mind then.
Yeah,
but
2023.
I think it was widespread and still well known of his crimes at the time.
I wonder, so it looks like they started emailing in 2018. There's 2018 is the earliest. Noam Chomsky. Whoa. Wait, hold on. Steve Bannon to Noam Chomsky, Valeria Chomsky, and Jeffrey Epstein saying, my brother lives in Tucson. Oh, wait, where's the first one? Steve Bannon would love to connect. The Noam Chomsky wrote, do you ever make it to Arizona where we're living now? Tucson, Noam. He says, my brother lives in Tucson. I love it. One of my favorite places in the country. Steve Bannon. You know, guys, the Epstein-Bannon stuff, I can live with. Chomsky, though? Oh man, now he's crossed the line.
I mean, I was never
It's a joke.
Chomsky fan.
Elaad's terrified.
Elad.
This is too extensive for this unsettling, frankly.
Well, to be honest, there's not that much. It's 2018 and it ends 2018. So we know that he met to interview, and he did. I don't know if they ever.
These are only his emails. There could also be additional correspondence out of this, I assume. I assume there could still be phone calls and then text messages and.
You assume? Of course there are.
Oh, okay. So just
yeah. I mean, come on.
This isn't the full extent. I mean,
you know anybody who exclusively communicates via email?
Well, he also didn't release the documentary that he was making with Epstein.
Maybe because he was like, "This is a bad guy."
He already knew that part.
No, I'm saying maybe the interview who was like, "Wow."
Oh, it's even worse.
The weird thing is Bannon's very. He talks quite a bit about transhumanism and the singularity, but Epstein was like the guy for that. Epstein was a massive transhumanist.
I think Epstein, similar to Bannon, is willing to do what it takes to get close with powerful and influential people, to fundraise, to bear influence from. And that way they were both very similar. And I think we're trying to achieve similar things. Bannon still does this now. He kind of tried to attach his brand onto the president for some time now. Jeffrey Epstein famously likes to pretend that he's friends with people who he isn't. And they kind of use that social capital to their benefit. And I think they're similar in that way, if that makes sense to anybody.
Who else should we search for? James Comey?
Yeah, why not? Let's see.
Why is it doing that?
Might as well drop Israel in there while we're at it.
Oh, bro. Israel's a country. It's going to be 800,000.
Yeah, that's like...
Oh.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Go search BB. Is BB in there?
So
that's all
you search for
news updates.
Comey.
That's like
right,
not even...
right. And him talking about Comey. Oh, here's an interesting one. Hold on.
BB Netanyahu.
This is an email from Andrew M. Grossman to Rivkin David. That's interesting. Similarly, although Mr. Horowitz found no evidence that James Comey was trying to influence the election, Mr. Comey did M equals KE. What is up with the equal signs? You see what I was talking about? These equal signs everywhere. Interesting. Who do you want me to search for?
BB Netanyahu.
I'll just try BB. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
BB will call new elections.
Correspondence with him or no?
Sultan bin Sulayem.
Oh.
Sultan.
That was a ton.
I think that's a Gulf.
You think?
Phil, you fucking...
What? With the F word?
Hey.
Come on.
Language.
What's wrong with you?
Netanyahu. Yeah, I don't think he has any emails too. Ooh, redacted sender information.
Okay, I knew that name.
Redacted.
Oh. Security count?
It's just a news post, though. It's not anything... Yeah, it's going to be all news stuff. If you search for a name like that or Will Smith or Brad Pitt, you're just going to get news articles.
If he was talking to BB, he probably did it through a courier's.
I heard that they used these emails to find his other account passwords, and then a Fortnite account apparently that was found in here was active.
Yep.
And then people found other emails because his password is in here. In the emails, he has an email where he mentions his password, and then someone used it and tried it on other platforms, and yep.
Yeah, there's an Xbox Live account, I think, that actually was live, or allegedly. I saw a post on.
Yeah, they keep claiming that these gaming accounts are live, but
yeah, that's why he got.
You know, if he's like hiding out in secret, why would he use these accounts then? It's like, okay, we've got you. Everyone's falling for it.
Wants to get his
But
gaming.
make sure to use the same gaming account you used from 10 years ago.
Yeah,
This is interesting. Let me pull up archive that is. The account purporting to be Epstein's girlfriend or wife is gone.
Oh.
So we'll try and see if we can pull up an archive of it. And it was an account where this woman was, I mean, maybe it's all fake. She was saying that Epstein was framed by demons and they planted all of this to destroy him or whatever.
Framed by demons?
Yeah.
I thought demons were just after your soul.
Oh, no, they do framing.
Do
yeah.
they?
Yeah, plant evidence, all that stuff.
Look at that.
I can't get archive to load, so.
This Epstein guy's bad news, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? If you see him.
So did you guys hear that Tony Hawk was in the Epstein list?
Was he?
That's
Yeah.
something. Did you hear the consequences?
Hold, I need to finish this. Okay. Tony Hawk was named in the Epstein files. There was a FBI crime tip that was submitted in 2024 or 5, where a woman claimed she was a victim of trafficking since the age of like 13, and that she was on the island when Tony Hawk got married. Now, here's the thing. That's fake. Tony Hawk never went to Epstein Island and got married there. He was married in Fiji, and it was on MTV. Here's where this fake claim likely comes from. The photographer for the event, again, this is like MTV, Tony Hawk's Wedding in Fiji. His name was Mark Epstein, which is the name of Jeffrey Epstein's brother, but it's a different guy who's very active on social media. And people who are in action sports follow him and they know he's not related to Jeffrey Epstein, it's the same name. Likely what happens is someone sees images of Tony Hawk's wedding from Mark Epstein and then instantly just assumes that's Epstein Island with Epstein's brother taking the photos, calls the FBI and lies and says Tony Hawk was there. And then when they release the files, this file comes out as a Crime Stopper tip saying Tony Hawk was on the island. And now you literally have people accusing Tony Hawk of having been a diddler on the island, which is insane.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, that's mostly accusations against Trump in there as well.
That's the point. Was it done to discredit? So this is interesting.
That's the thing that we were
Impersonator
talking about last
alert.
week is the release of the files really just gives people that have an axe to grind with someone else, some way for them to slime the person. Whether or not there's any kind of implication in the files, just if your name's in the files, they're going to say, look, this person's in the files, and that's enough to get people
okay.
Yeah, it's make your own adventure, Jeffrey Epstein edition.
Mario Nawfal confirming that the account that was deleted was an impersonator, and that the actual Karina Shuliak is not making these posts. So interesting.
So there you have it.
Well, if you go to jmail.world, it's all of his emails. Someone made an app called Jmail where you can search. It's like it looks like Gmail, and you can just search all of his emails. Here's his list of contacts that Let's pull up Elon. Elon Musk. Whoa, he's got a lot of emails.
Ooh, yeah, there was a lot of emails.
Have to be in London. Another time, Reed and Joy will meet me in Palm Beach on the eve of the 28th, and I will fly them to the island, then to Boston. Come. Have to be in London and California on those dates. Another time, if you're choosing, let me know. And, yeah.
Yep. It's
Reed and Joey Ito. Reed Hoffman and Joey Ito. That's interesting.
Yeah, Reed Hoffman allegedly had a lot of correspondence with Epstein as well.
He said
spoke to be in London and California excuse.
It is interesting that Elon was very avoidant. Spoke to Reed Hoffman yesterday. Are you planning to do St. Barth again? F equals R. You see these equal things he does. Maybe that's how these people communicate with each other, with equal signs. That's how you know you're in the secret club. If you put equal signs randomly in words, like, oh, that proves it.
Maybe they're not random.
You are welcome to the island. Reed is coming with Joey Ito on the 6T equals of December. Come visit. Don't know. Okay.
Yeah, like Reed Hoffman.
Don't know again.
The media focuses a lot on Musk and a lot on Trump and stuff, but people like Reed Hoffman are all over the Epstein files. There was a couple other people that are left-leaning billionaires, probably.
Look at this. Just one from Elon, December 25th, 2013. Actually, I could fly back early on the 3rd. We'll be in St. Bart's. Now, look, this equal thing must be some kind of data corruption, because even Elon, when equals hood, we head to your island on the 2nd. I need to fly back to LA on the night of the 2nd. And then he says, bad news. Unfortunately, my schedule will keep me. No problem. Sorry, it didn't work out. It looks like from these emails, Elon was trying to go, but just due to, I guess you'd call them fortunate circumstances, if he really didn't want to be there, he ended up not going.
When was Epstein arrested?
2019, I'm pretty. Oh, was it 18?
2019.
I thought it was 19.
Yeah.
So the political reverberations of this go beyond the United States. As I mentioned earlier, it was British Prime Minister Keir Starmer's chief of staff resigned on Sunday over the furor surrounding his appointment, the appointment of Peter Mendelsohn as the UK ambassador to the US. He had close ties with Jeffrey Epstein and was apparently in very close contact with him. And this was after his first conviction in Florida, where he had to register as a sex offender. So this might actually crash the British coalition.
Yeah, well, Mendelsohn was a huge figure within the Labour Party.
I'm not too familiar with UK politics, so I don't know who these characters are, but apparently, yeah, Mendelsohn was very close with
He's a very prominent figure and served in cabinets before. So he's primarily with Blair, so he's like an old figure. I don't know how well he's respected in the new Labour, because, Labour's had different factions and stuff. Similar to our parties, we don't really respect every Republican from the 90s who was prominent, but he was a big figure. But if he's clearly still getting jobs from this government, he still has his way within the party. And
look, nobody had to pay politically here so far for it. It's funny that people in the UK had to pay politically.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I understand correctly, Keir Starmer, there's pressure for Keir Starmer to step down as well.
Yeah, as a result of this as well, because it's poor choice if you're appointing this guy as the ambassador to the U.S. Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Well, and think about all the things that have happened to the man formerly known as Prince Andrew, but no longer, he lost his title. So it's, the outrage is not here; it's everywhere. But I would say Britain probably has the most. It seems that it's been the most effects on celebrities and others. Well, he had the closest ties, or he had very close ties to the political and financial elite there.
Yeah, the bank.
Here we go.
Stuff.
Jeffrey Epstein emailed Bill Gates. I met Zuck with Reid Hoffman and Thiel. We would be a perfect co-sponsor of your donor fund. December 1st, 2015, 10 a.m.
Bill Gates is. I mean, Bill Gates was kind of thought of as a scumbag because of all the rumors surrounding his divorce, but the stuff that's come out with Epstein stuff.
Now we know why he got divorced, apparently. So for those that don't know, there was an email that Epstein drafted to himself where he was saying that Bill Gates owed him basically $30 million and that he was offended after he helped Bill Gates secure, I think that's what it said, secure medication for an STD that he gave to his wife that he wanted to surreptitiously put into her drink or something like that.
It's messed up, but a little bit funny.
And what some people are arguing is that that's how Epstein was extorting Bill Gates. Basically, he drafted the email. He wanted Bill to see it. And it was I could send this, I could tell your wife. But then the question is, how would that blackmail work unless he actually did give her an STD?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the details of their sex.
She divorced him.
Yeah, she definitely divorced him, so.
He was doing some type of extortionist relationship with Bill Gates. That had been coming up before even the emails. They had been pressuring him about like, hey, you've been to my island and you've been with all these girls. How about you give money to my philanthropy? So he had a kind of coercive relationship with Gates before. So that wouldn't surprise me if this was just another scheme he had cooked up to get more money out of him.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.